Hello everyone, my name is Makeup by Plumtay and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing the cool frosty gal makeup trend that comes and goes every single winter. Such a classic, so easy to do, and I'm going to go through with it today. In case you wanted to give it a go, why not? Add a bit of shimmer, add a bit of blush. Can never have too much blush for this look. And if you missed out on my last video, I did a big unboxing of some of the goodies that I won. I'll say some, all of the goodies that I won from the Revoween Halloween competition, and I'm going to be essentially putting the products to the test in this video, so be sure to go check that out before continuing on with this one. Or I don't know, maybe you just want to play it cool and watch this and go back and watch how naive I am for some products. But before we begin with this video, I would love if you would consider subscribing, and if you're a fan of makeup or you just want to support me, I would love if you would leave a like. It does help me out a ton. And without further ado, let's get on to testing some products slash doing a cool frosty Christmas look. Starting off, I really want to try that Hydra base. No, I should probably start with eyes, considering how much glitter we're probably going to be doing. Okay, let's start off with the eyes. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm going to be using these eyeshadow palettes, and I am hoping that this cream shadow is pigmented because that is very much needed at the moment, especially the, what one is it? This one, the Celestial palette. That is perfect for the vibe and theme of today's look, especially for that cream white. I'm hoping it's pigmented. That's what today's about. Trying it, giving it a go. I feel like I need to roll up my sleeves for this one. We'll definitely start off with this palette, and I think I'm going to set my eye using the pinky cream shade, and I'm deciding to go in more of a pink rather than, oh, I just realized this isn't a little bracket thing, it was just a bit of plastic. Well, hopefully you remember that it's cream. But I'm going to go more of a pinky base rather than the brown base. The whole thing is about being frosty, being peachy, so I think that would be a great undertone for the eye look. I'm going to give it a little swirl into my brush. I'm unsure as of yet if I need to really pack it on, but we'll see. I'm going to focus. Whoa. Oh, wait, I did go into the pink one, didn't I? Wait, why does it look like I've gone into the white shade? Oh, okay, that is a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. It does look more white than pinky. Okay, I might need to backtrack on that. I mean, I'll still keep going because it will have that undertone at least. As I was saying, I'm going to focus on the outer edges of my eye because we want to leave the inner bit as product free as possible, I suppose, to make sure we have a nice base for the white to go down onto. Although, considering how light this is, I don't think that really matters. I'm going to dive into the Cherry Icon palette, and again mainly focusing on the brownie pink. So I think I'm going to do a combination of these two just to deepen up the crease a bit. So blah 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 blah. Dying to test all of these shimmers, by the way. And then again just focusing on the outer corner of the eye. You don't want to go too heavy on this. It's just supposed to be a light wash of color, but something to contrast the white that you're going to have in the corner a bit more, make it stand out. For the next step, I'm going to deepen it just slightly with this more cool toned shade right here. Give it a little dip that. Again, just focusing on the outer corner of the eye. You don't want to apply it too heavily. Again, just something to emphasize the white that we're going to do on the inner corners. I'm very impressed with these eyeshadows so far, although I did definitely get catfished by that cream shadow. I'm using quite similar shades. We want it to be more low-key, but then also they all blend together while still creating that depth that I'm wanting in my eye look. Now is the time I'm going to dip into this white cream eyeshadow. I'm honestly just going to use my fingers for this one because why not? I think the fingers are like the perfect shape to create that inner part of your eye. Just doing a gentle tapping on the inner part of your eye. That has blended together really nicely, actually. I'm not sure how much the camera is picking up, but the seamless blend of all these shades together, I'm actually really impressed. I do have to say though that these cream shadows are more sheer. So if you wanted to use these to hide some discoloration or any veininess, I don't think you'll get it from these ones. It's very sheer. And now digging into the Master Icon palette, I'm mainly just going to be focusing on this white shade, and we want to use that to set the white cream shadow that we did in the inner corner because we don't want any creases on our eyes, and also further emphasizing that white gleam, just making sure to pack it onto the brush and then pack it onto your inner corners. There we go. Oh, it's looking so good. Do you see what I mean about the contrast of the white on the inner corner and then just that slight hint of contour on the outer part? We haven't done anything completely dramatic, but because of the contrast of it, it really is making each side pop. And it just goes to show you, sometimes simpler is more effective. Sounds silly, but it's true sometimes. Now is the part I am so excited for. We've got 3 different whitish shimmers, but each with their own undertone. We've got this one that has more of a pinky fleck throughout it. I'm not sure if you've seen it, hope you are. This one I'd say is more of a blue purpley reflection. And then this one is more of just your classic silvery shimmer, and I'm not sure which one. I think maybe the pinky undertone, because then it will go with the pinks that are gonna be throughout the look. I'll give them all a swatch on my hand and we'll see the differences. Oh, it's like a really subtle duochrome. Oh, I like that, although it is very pink. These are very soft formulas, which I'm very much enjoying. Oh my god, this might be the one. Can you see that? Oh my god. So this is the more, wait, where's my finger? This is the more pinky one and this is the bluey one I just swatched. Oh my god. Okay, now let's go to the more just silver one. Oh wow, that packed a lot onto my finger. Wow, ignore this, that was from the swatch from the last video. But here is what I need to choose in between. How am I supposed to do that? They're all so lovely. Oh no. Okay, let's think. I might try and see if I can do at least 2. Maybe I can do the pinky part on the inner corner and then the bluey one more in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's settled. I decided to try and avoid the front half completely because when I started going towards it on this end, it really did diffuse the white of the eyeshadow, which is not what we wanted considering that's like the main point of this look. So I did the pink one like here-ish and then the blue one just next to it. Again, not trying to cover anything, more just adding to it. So I did not cover the pinky brownie shade that we have to deepen the look. I'm just going to deepen the look a teeny weeny little bit more with, again, more of a cool toned but pinky shade. I don't even know if that makes sense, but hopefully you get what I mean. And I'm going to be taking this one right here and just putting it on the outer corner of my eyelashes. We don't want to go very heavy on this. It's just meant to be like a subtle thing. And also it does give the illusion of the lashes, which is something I love doing. I'm going to get all of the eyeshadow off my brush and then using it without the product on it, I'm going to just disperse it. Moving on to the mascara next, and I think I'm just going to use a classic black shade because I don't really want to add colour. I just want to exaggerate my lashes, so I felt like the black shade was the best option for this. And as you can see, just doing that little hint of the darker shade there, it's just made my lashes look so much more full of volume. And I don't know, it just adds a nice patch of a darker colour, which I really like seeing. Now this side's done, I'm going to switch to the other eye and I'm not going to touch the lower lash line yet. That will be coming back for later. We're going to pause on the eyes for a moment and we're going to jump straight onto the face now. I have de-ringed for this. I'm going to be using the Hydra Base, which is something I was very excited to give a go, and it smelled so good. It really does remind me of one of those Nivea moisturizers. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit onto my finger. This is very cooling. Oh, I like that. I don't feel any particular grit. I'm not sure if every primer is supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure that's only for quite recent primers. I've not seen that as a bad sign yet. And I don't know, it does feel very, very nice. Definitely will wake you up in the morning. Bringing out the concealer now, and I'm going to be using my everyday concealer. I did not receive a concealer as part of the new bundle, so this one's an old one but good one, and the shade that I use is C3 of the In Real Life Filter Finish concealer. Just using this to cover any redness, any blemishes, any spotty areas like this, and definitely around the nose for me at least. Giving that a little blend. I just done a quick little over brush of a cream bronzer just to get a little bit of colour into the skin and contour my nose just a little bit, keeping it as brief as possible because it's the blush that's the main star of the show today. But I did focus just on these parts of my face. Now we are going on to the blush, which I don't know what shade I want to pick. I might do a little bit of both of these bouncy blushes, like having the darker one further up and then the lighter one closer to my nose area, which I think would look really cute. I have quite a bit of a dense blush brush that I'm going to go in with, and also starting with the darker shade because it will be easier to blend that out with the lighter shade because, you know, you can just diffuse it in case of accidents. As more of a medically smell. Not sure how I feel about that one. I'm going to be very gentle to start off with because I do not know how pigmented these are. Oh, I like that. I was really worried at first because it seemed to cling to the area where the product initially went, but the more that I've been going over it with the blush, the more it has started diffusing, so I was like, ooh, I can breathe. I just want to make it just a tad bit darker. See what I mean? Like, you can see the initial blush brush application there, but the more you go over it, the more it blends out. So panic averted. Well, I mean, hopefully this one doesn't seem to be. Oh, there we go. See, I go to panic and then I'm like, it's okay. Now we're going to go in with the lighter shade to diffuse that and just bring it together. Gonna add it more of the inner part of my face, more to the center, nearing the nose. This sellotape, come off my fingers, please. And this one is more of the typical Barbie pinkish shade. I'd say it's more cool toned than a hot pink. Using the same brush. I'm not sure how well the camera would pick this up, but you can see it is more darker here, diffusing more into just a light flush, which is perfect for this look. Thank God. I really like these blushes actually. Before I powder up my face a bit, I'm gonna try the Jelly Shine one. This one is the Silver Moonlight one. And rather than applying it directly onto my face, I'm gonna do it onto my finger. Hopefully that'll be okay. I'm hoping that that will prevent the risk of making it patchy or making it clumpy in one area. It's a safer option. Doesn't seem like anything's come off my finger. Has it really dried that quickly? Do I have to apply it directly? Adding a little bit under the brow. This is definitely more of a chunky glitter highlight rather than a sheen, which is something I do actually prefer, but I think it goes quite nicely with this look, considering all of the shimmer and brightness we have going on. Powder time now. I'm going to be using the translucent baking powder. This one is literally the translucent shade. Give me hopefully no flashbacks. If I can get into it, should I just brute force it? Oh, that was painful. Oh wow. I shook it a bit too much, I think. Oh no. Okay, no, it's fine. Can I just not tap it back in? Oh, it's exploding. But yeah, I should stop doing that. Okay, I managed to whittle it down enough. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, anyway, just doing a light dusting all over my face. I think it's clung to my highlighter a little bit, made it a bit chalky. Oh no. Now it's time for the setting sprays. I don't know if I want to go for the matte or the mist. I feel like the mist might be a bit too much. Wait, mist? Illuminator. I think it might be a bit too much with everything that I have, and if it's like the wrong shade, if it is more of this goldy shade, I don't think it would work well with it. But then this is also ultra matte. Oh, you know what, I'll just go for it. It's better to be safe, so give that a shake. Oh, Wondered it was coming off then. Whoa, that's a proper fine mist. Okay, right, don't look at me. That really smells nice. Why does that smell like a perfume? Give that a bit of a cool down. Actually, while that's cooling down, we can give that eyebrow glue a go. I feel like half this video is just me unpackaging things. I like the wand for this. It doesn't feel very short, but also not like extremely long. I actually quite liked that, although we'll see how long it lasts and stays in place because my eyebrows are wild, so this really is going to put it to the ultimate test, putting it on my eyebrows. We are on to the final step now, which is the lips. Definitely going to be focusing more on the brown shades, and I think I'm going to be using both of these lip liners. Hear me out. Right, that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the darker liner around the outer edges of my lips and then blending it with the lighter color. I promise it's more simple than it sounds. So we got the darker shade here. Oh, I didn't realize this is one of those twisty up ones. Oh, that's even better. Right, okay. And this one, we're just doing the usual outlining. Why does that tickle for some reason? Maybe I gotta get rid of the bluntness. Okay, let's try it again. That lip liner was actually really nice, although I did still have a bit of lip balm there, so didn't really go well, but that was purely my fault. The main aim of this is to do a bit of an ombre, and then you just want to go around the edges of where you placed the other liner, and this just softens it and creates a really nice ombre effect. And then lastly, we had to finish this off with some sort of a shimmery lip, so I'm going to use the Pelt Lip Oil with all the shimmer. Have you seen the shimmer? Look at it. It's the perfect touch to finish off this look. I don't want to apply too much to dislodge where I just applied the lip liner. Oh, that smells lovely. I love the smell of that. And that completes the frosty wintry makeup look. So this is the complete look. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, and if you do a recreation of this, I would love to see you tag me on any social media. My social media names are all pretty much the same, at Makeup by Plumtay. I cannot wait to see if anyone recreates this, and I do hope that this was helpful for you, whether it be to do with this makeup look or even with me just testing out products. But that will be it from me. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next one.